Do you have a 2021 or later Tesla Model 3 and you're looking for new floor mats? Well, I'm Frugal Tesla Guy, and I got my hands on a set of all-weather floor mats from Tesloid that just might interest you. When it comes to floor mats for your car, it's all about personal preference, and that's why there's so many different options available to you. And honestly, it can get a little overwhelming to find the ones that just might be right for you. Now, you may recall a review I did a while back for a set of travel bags from Tesloid that fit perfectly in the Frunk. I'll post a link to that review in the description below. But recently, Tesloid sent me a floor mat set that includes the front and back interior of the car. Now, this is actually the third set I've reviewed, and even though I don't necessarily need a new set of floor mats, it doesn't hurt to add one more to the list so you can compare and contrast on your own, and hopefully this review gives you an idea of what you might be looking for. Now, right off the bat, I can honestly say they have a durable and quality feel to them. They're rather rigid and fit flat on the floor of the car. Now, upon putting them in the car, the first thing I notice is they do have the look of a more expensive name brand WeatherTech all-weather floor mat. They don't look cheap or low quality and fit nicely, with a slightly rugged feel to them, but are still subtle enough to a point that they don't really stand out. Simply put, these are not the type of mats that will most likely get you regular compliments. Now, they do fit perfectly on both the driver and passenger side of the car without any notable gaps on the edges. However, I was surprised to see that the back mat does not line up with the rails of the front seats. I contacted Tesloid about this, and they said that's to be expected on any Model 3 older than a 2021. That's because in 2021, Tesla moved the rails, and according to Tesloid, will match up perfectly if you own a newer Model 3. Now, I can't give you any proof of this, so we'll just have to take their word for it. Now, I was able to put the mats to the test for about a month during a wet pattern here in Northern California, with rain almost every day. With a trip to the coast and hikes on muddy trails, the mats were able to collect a lot of sand and dirt. So, is it as simple as a quick rinse with a hose? Unfortunately, no. I also tried it with my attachment that has a good amount of pressure, much like that of, say, a pressure washer, but not quite as strong. But there was still some dirt that needed to be scrubbed with a brush. Not the end of the world or a deal breaker as far as I'm concerned, because I have yet to come across a floor mat that is as simple as a quick rinse. So how do they look after a rinse and scrub? Well, not bad at all. Now, keep in mind, this is the first wash after 1 month of hard use, but should give you a good idea of what to expect after about a month. So here's what I like about them. They seem pretty durable and have a rigid feel to them. They do keep most of the dirt out, but as we all know, dirt has a way of finding its way into every nook and cranny. However, you will have minimal vacuuming to do within the coverage area of the mats. Now, as I mentioned earlier, these mats probably won't get you a lot of compliments, but that's because they don't stand out with any kind of extravagant design. I personally think the design has a nice balance between a rugged floor mat and one designed to have more of an elegant feel. What I don't like about them is the fact that the rear mats don't match up at all with the seat rails. However, that's because I have a 2018 Model 3. And as I mentioned earlier, according to Tesloid, Tesla moved the rails in 2021, and these mats should fit as expected in 2021 models and later. Now, with that said, if you like the look of these mats, I can't imagine you'll be disappointed. They're reasonably priced and help protect your car from the water, mud, and dirt we track into the car every day. Bottom line, if they did indeed fit perfectly on the back seat floor, then I can see myself using these as my permanent floor mats. As far as I'm concerned, for the price range, you can't go wrong. So what do you think? Do you already have floor mats? How are they performing for you? And do you see yourself getting a set of these Tesloid floor mats I just reviewed, if you have a 2021 or later? Let me know in the comments section below. Well, until next time, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and stay positively charged.